Well, thanks for coming, everyone. And Chris is online.
Hi all.
Hi, Chris.
Let's start with Betty Harrison. Now, I saw Betty and Alan last week and things have really deteriorated. Leanne, would you like to start?
Yeah, thanks. I am concerned about Betty. Her kidney disease has progressed to stage 4, so I would like to discuss her symptoms management and end-of-life care for Betty. So she's 79 years of age. She's a diabetic type 2. She has ischemic heart disease and had a myocardial infarction about 2 years ago and has peripheral vascular disease. When we saw her in the clinic last week, she had quite a few symptoms, including lethargy, oedematous legs, some slight shortness of breath. She was hypertensive and also experiencing some nausea in the mornings. So let's start with a review of our plan with Betty's management for her comorbidities and some of these symptoms.
Last week we noticed quite a difference in Betty. She raised some concerns about the number of medications she's on. She's starting to get a little bit muddled. So I did a medication review, looked at all her medications, sent her home with a list of them all. I need to flag, though, that we're going to need to start withdrawing her medications in the not too distant future, and obviously we'll have to do this very carefully given all of her comorbidities.
So let's review her medications at each team meeting. Okay, and we'll address those polypharmacy issues as they come up.
That sounds good. But for the new symptoms, we've started on a diuretic and just adjusted the dose of her ACE inhibitor as well.
Yeah, and we've decided to start her on a erythropoietin stimulating agent, so hopefully that will give her a boost. Just help to make her a little bit more energetic and less symptomatic with the tiredness.
So I think we've pretty much got her on the right medications at the moment. I'll see her again in a week or so, and she knows if there are any problems to contact us. Hey, Jane.
I'd also like to look at some non-pharmacological measures as well, and I'll write those into her care plan. So Jane, let's talk later about some strategies to help manage Betty's activities and her rest. Are there any more comments, questions about her symptoms?
No.
All right, well, I'd like to talk about Alan and Betty's emotional well-being. Gillian, how was your meeting with them?
Well, I spoke to them both last week and talked to them about end-of-life care and what Betty does and doesn't want. She asked me about dialysis and in particular wanted to know if it might improve her quality of life. So I spoke to them about her comorbidities and explained to her that for her, dialysis might not extend either the quality or the length of her life.
It's a lot for Betty to take in. How did she respond to that?
It was a lot for her to take in, and she was quite overwhelmed by the change in her condition. But I reassured both of them that there was no rush to make any decision and that our team would be there to support them through the entire process. She seemed certain by the end of the session that she wants conservative management with supportive palliative care at end of life. I'm not concerned about her decision-making capacity, and I'm fairly confident she's not clinically depressed. But I did refer her to Chris for a psychology review because it gave her a chance to talk about it all. So, Chris, would you like to fill us in, please?
Hi all. I was able to see them yesterday and Betty was quite settled, and as you say, she isn't clinically depressed. She does have a good understanding of her situation. We talked about symptom management and her options around palliative care. Betty was quite clear. She doesn't want dialysis and she would like to die at home.
Hi Chris, it's Pam here. It sounds like you had a good session with Betty.
In light of these end-of-life discussions, it would be good to see Betty for some advanced care planning and to explore what's really important to her and to have it all documented if that's what she wants. I'm seeing her later this week and I'm happy to raise it with her. Is everyone okay with that?
Yeah,
Sure.
That sounds good. I'm also happy to see them again, although can I just flag with everyone, I'll be on holidays for a few days now, but I'll forward details of who's covering for me.